Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. Happy 2021. I am so excited to be back and be sharing with you guys. If you are popping on Clubhouse, this is the first time I am hosting a room in Clubhouse, and I am streaming this currently to my Facebook group where I teach every Monday night social media tips, tricks, strategies, all kinds of things. And if you're on Facebook, let me know that you're here. Comment, of course, you cannot comment on Clubhouse, but welcome, guys. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Lindsay, Carrie, Leanne. Good to see Angela over here on Facebook, guys. I've got some really fun stuff. We're going to talk about consistency in your business when it comes to social media. And as I wrap up the live stream over on Facebook, I will keep the Clubhouse room open for Q&A. So if you're watching on Facebook and I keep looking to the side, I have my phone right here and it's catching my audio. So this is my first time doing the dual broadcast and I hope that it goes well. But guys, I'm super pumped about 2021 and leveraging Clubhouse. If you're in the group, you know that we've done this Clubhouse train to get everybody on. If you're not on yet, let me know. We can get you an invite so that you can get in and enjoy all of the fun things. But I think it's going to be an incredible resource for you to build organic growth for your business. And it is a huge platform to leverage, especially now while it is new. So let's go ahead and just do a few housekeeping things. If you are here on Facebook, I will have the banners up on the screen so you can see. I've got my Clubhouse handle on there. If you're not on, we can do that. If you are on, make sure that you're following me because I will be doing some Q&As over there as well. But I want to hear from you guys if you have registered for our Roadmap to Social Profit boot camp yet. It's coming up in 2 weeks. It's a free 5-day event. It is high energy. It is a ton of fun. And we are going to walk through the entire cycle that you need to leverage and the 5 pieces you need to have in your social media strategy. Not only to have a complete strategy, because a lot of people are missing little pieces here and there, but to have a profitable strategy and to make sure that you have consistent, see what I did there? Consistent leads, consistent cash coming in the door and getting you profitable and putting what you have to offer out there for the world. So I'm super excited. Let me know if you guys are registered. If you are not, you're on Facebook, I'm going to drop the link here on the screen. If you are listening on Clubhouse, click on my profile and it will be one of the first links there, or you can scroll down and hit Instagram and then it is in the tap link over in my bio. So let's jump in and talk about consistency and how that applies to your business. So 2 different ways you can take this. First off, consistency can be in a how you show up. What is your message? What is your branding? What are you known for, right? So kind of your overall presence on social media. Are you consistent there? So we're going to talk about that tonight. Then we are going to talk about consistency in actually doing the things and showing up and being there for your audience and how you can do that. I will talk to you about a tool that I can leverage, that you guys can leverage as well. I have a 30-day free trial link if you want to try that. But as you're popping on, let me know that you're here if you're over on Facebook. And let's go ahead and jump straight in. So again, if you are here, we are talking about consistency. And I want to dive in first and talk about consistency in your branding and your message. 2021, it's new year. Make sure that you take a little bit of time and really hone in on who it is that you're here to serve. What it is that you can solve. What problems are you going to alleviate for your target audience? How are you going to help them? In my Social Profit Academy, we talk about that A to B transformation and how you walk them from, the pain points, the problems that they have right now. What is your roadmap to get them from that point A to where you're going to end up, point B, once they have bought your products, hired you for your services, joined you in business, whatever it may be? What are you going to do to help them get from where they are now, where they're struggling, where they're frustrated, to where they want to be? And you have to be consistent in your messaging. Another word I really love to use here is cohesive. So spend a little bit of time and evaluate. Go back and look at your last handful of posts, wherever you post. That if you guys are around me long enough, you'll know that I'm not you need to be on every single platform kind of person. I say get on one and get really good at it. or get on 2 and get really good at both of those, because you are going to be, so much more powerful and so much more effective when you can leverage all of the things they have to offer versus being kind of scattered all over the place, right? So wherever you are building, go back and look at your last couple of posts, your last couple of blogs, your last emails, your last Instagram lives, Facebook lives, TikToks, whatever you're doing. Is there consistency, and do you have a cohesive brand, a cohesive message that you are bringing to the table? And if not, what can you do to fix that? That is going to be a huge piece for you in 2021, is just really knowing who it is that you serve, how you serve, what problems are you solving for them, and how can you show up so that they know that, okay? I'm going to use a term here. If you're on Clubhouse, you probably know this. If you're not and you're watching here on Facebook, I'm going to reset the room. So if you guys are just jumping in, just letting you know, we're talking about consistency, and I am streaming both on Clubhouse over here on my phone and here on Facebook if you're watching. But we just talked a little bit about how you make sure you have a cohesive brand and message. But where I see most people struggle is, Nicole, I don't show up. I get, there's things going on and I get just chaos and I don't post, or I don't send my emails, or I don't do my videos, or whatever it may be. And I will tell you, it's a habit. It is something you have to flex, that muscle, and you have to learn how to build consistently. So the first thing I would ask you is, where do you want to show up and how? In 2021, I just joined Clubhouse a week ago, not even. I see huge, huge power in this platform because it builds true relationships, and it is like raw engagement. It's not any of the forced engagement and the, come like my picture, come follow my, thing. It's not recorded. There are so many places that social media can feel a little bit stuffy, right? Clubhouse, that is somewhere I'm going all in. Facebook is somewhere I'm going all in. You guys that are here in the Facebook group know that this is like my baby, and I pour my heart and my soul into this group. Where are you going all in? That's the first thing you need to evaluate, is where can you show up? And then how do we get you in a position where you can flex that muscle over and over and over again and make it habitual? Just like you brush your teeth in the morning, just like you put on clothes, that so many of the things that we do throughout our day have become so habitual and so routine that it's just there. And being on social media, if that's how you choose to build your business, it needs to become that way. But what I find a lot of people do is they get caught in that scroll hole. They get caught where they pop on, they get distracted, they go find something, and then they like, oh my gosh, I just spent 20 or 30 minutes, and I didn't get anything done. So being really intentional, and I hate to use the word free time because I don't think any of us have free time, but maybe idle time is a better description there. So evaluating, where do you have idle time? Where do you feel that you have some downtime or some time that's not as well spent as it could be, that you can use those pockets of time to flex your muscle and show up on your social media? Okay, I'm looking through comments over here on Facebook. Oh, Joey, are you on both platforms? That is so fun. Okay, I want to show up. Yes, I have to do the work, all in for 2021. Absolutely. And as you guys are popping on, I know there's several of you on. Say hello. Hey, Courtney, I don't know if you were on earlier on Clubhouse when I shouted out to people, but glad to have you here. So let's dig in a little bit. I'm looking down at my notes because I wanted to make sure I covered everything that I wanted to chat about. Oh, the all or nothing mindset. How many of you guys, I want to, raise a hands if you're here on Facebook, or hit the heart button. How many of you guys have gotten yourself in that trap where, oh shoot, I completely forgot to post. I completely forgot to send my email. I forgot to whatever it was. I'll get to it next week. This week's already thrown off. I just won't even worry about it. I'll do it later, right? You want to get yourself out of that mindset if you're there, because a little slip up is fine, but it's that consistency over and over and again. Just like if you're working out, you are trying new foods in your your diet. It takes time. It takes repetitive, the repetition. That's where you're going to see the results. So sure, slipping up here or there, it's going to happen. But if you use that slip up as an excuse to allow yourself to just give up for the rest of the week or the rest of the month or the rest of the day or whatever it may be, you're selling yourself short. And really, more so than that, you're selling your future clients short. You're selling the people who would love to work with you, would love to buy your products, would love to get their problem solved by you. You're selling them short. And that's where we really have to reframe this and think about it from that position of, I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for them. I'm doing it for the people that I'm here to serve, and I'm doing it to better their lives. And that's why I need to show up. And when you think about it that way, you take the selfish piece off. Oh, I don't want to be on live video. I don't look good today. Well, number one, join Clubhouse. You don't have to be on video. So there's that, right? I don't really feel like posting. I don't have anything to say. Well, what are you putting in your brain? What are you feeding yourself so that you can come from a place of abundance and serve? And I find that the people that tell me they struggle with being consistent on social media, it really boils down to, I'm not sure what to say. I don't have clarity in who I'm speaking to or what I'm speaking about. So that messaging and that branding and who you're here to serve, we kind of talked about that. And sometimes it's just laziness, and it's okay to say, hey, I'm just being a little bit lazy. I just don't want to do it. So here's something I wanted to recommend to you guys. I have used schedulers in the past, and for a while, there was some talk on social media with a lot of people saying, hey, when you schedule your posts, it really hurts your algorithm and blah, 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 blah. It has been found that if it does, it's like a minor fraction of a percentage. So if you're someone who would benefit from, hey, at least it went out versus, oh, shoot, it didn't even go at all, then I would highly recommend taking a look at some kind of a scheduler that can get you into that routine. And I will share mine here in just a second. I'll share my screen. If you are on Clubhouse, listen in. You can absolutely hear. If you want the 30-day free trial link, let me know and I can send that to you. Just DM me over on Instagram. But here's the thing. There are literally hundreds of options out there. And I went through and I found one that I thought had a great price, especially for what it was offering. It had a great diversity as far as the platforms that it could serve. Many of them you can do like Instagram and Pinterest or LinkedIn and Facebook or, something like that. Or if you're on Facebook, it will just do one thing on Facebook before you have to pay more. So if you have a Facebook group, you have a Facebook page, you have a Facebook profile, you can't do all of those things. So if you're on Facebook watching now, I'm going to share my screen and show you just really briefly. This is a platform called Cinchshare. Cinchshare. Again, if you want, did it share? Oh, there we go. If you want to hear more about it or you want a 30-day link, let me know and I can get you a 30-day trial. So basically, it's super user-friendly. It is really easy to take a peek at. And what you're going to do is you're going to come into this scheduler, and it's the same with a lot of different schedulers. So take this, as a food for thought. If you want to choose a different one, totally fine. But the whole point is that you can spend some time prepping your content. You can make sure that you have themed content, or you can have, hey, I'm going to sit down and tonight I'm going to write about this particular service that I have. I'm going to write about this particular product that I have. I'm going to write about this particular theme of content that I want to present in my brand pillars, right? And in doing so, then you can sit down and you can schedule it out. Another thing I always recommend to be consistent, if you find something that's worked really well, repurpose it, guys. You know that 5-10% max of your audience is seeing any given piece of content that you put out there. Email's a little bit higher because your email open rate should be around 20, but repurpose it. Why not use it again? If it worked well, use it again. So let me just give you a quick lay of the land here. My intention was to actually schedule out all the posts for the boot camp. So I was planning on doing that, but we're running a little long, so I won't do that here tonight. But you just write in your post. You can either paste the link to the picture. So if it's something that you've posted before, you can right click and say, copy the picture URL, paste it in here, or you can upload a picture. And then what I love about SendShare is that you have the ability to schedule it into folders. By the way, this is $10 a month. There are several that are way more expensive, or they're around the same price, but they don't give you all the features. So this is one of the features that really stood out to me, was that you can set up folders, and you can have folders within folders within folders. So you can come in here and say, hey, I am scheduling, for instance, an engaging post for my group. I'm scheduling inspirational, and it's going to go for my personal or my Savvy Social Media group, which is what you see here. Engaging seasonal. I started creating folders for, so 11th month is Thanksgiving stuff. 12th month is Christmas stuff. So as I start seeing things that are working well for me, I'm saving them so I can use them next year. Hi, like light bulb moment. How awesome is that, right? Repurpose the stuff that's going well. And if it's something that's seasonal, it's something that only applies to a particular particular time of the year, then save it to that. But there are certain posts that I could use 3, 4, 5 times a year because they get good traction. But more so than that, they serve my audience. And that's what I want you to consider all the time is, am I serving my audience, and what can I do to show up for them? So you can come over here and you can connect. Here's the thing that I love about this platform. Facebook, groups, timelines, pages, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. Although it's not listed here, you can go to a picture and you can pin to Pinterest. So if you are someone who's leveraging Pinterest, you can do that with this platform as well. And not many of them have platforms, or not many of the platforms leverage Pinterest. So you can set something up. I can set something to schedule to more than one platform, and I can set it for different days. So let's say I'm posting post ABC today on Facebook. I can say, okay, while we're here, let's schedule this to Instagram 2 days from now at a different time. So I'm using that content, repurposing it, but making sure that different audiences see it, different times that people are on, right? I can be very strategic with that content. Let me show you a couple other things. You can go back and you can see the posts that are upcoming, different layouts that you have. You see here, I have something scheduled for December 1st, 2021, because guess what? This particular post did phenomenal for me, and people like to be entertained on social media. In case anyone's shopping for me, my size is Saturday Night Babysitter. Why not post it again? People thought it was hilarious. And, everyone needed a laugh, especially in 2020. Everyone needed a laugh. So I went ahead and scheduled it out again. You can go back in and see the history. This is another feature that is really cool, is let's say I was going to show you guys how to post for the bootcamp. I have posts that I've done, and you can search by the group. You can search where it was. I believe you can search dates and things as well. And then I could say, I want to post this one, this one, this one, and this one. And then I just tell it to go batch the posts. I forget exactly where you do that, but here you go. Batch the post. I can schedule 4, 5, 10, 20 posts all at the same time and just say, hey, these went out at a certain, this was on a Monday, this was on a Tuesday, this was on a Wednesday. Go ahead and repeat that. What this feature is really beneficial for is people who either run Facebook events that are repetitively posting the same things, people who run challenges, boot camps, workshops, something where you have promotional posts, engaging posts throughout the week where you're keeping people's attention. That's going to be really helpful. But you guys can see, all of this stuff is in here, and it's a very quick, just go in and repost. So I just wanted to share this with you guys because it is a really, that's not the button I wanted. It's a really fun platform. It's super user friendly. I do think that there's an app. I tend to do everything from my computer. It's just easier for me. But when it comes to being consistent, think about it like an Instapot or an air fryer or whatever tool you're using in the kitchen to get the thing done. Just get the thing done. If this is not your forte and remembering to post is not where you are, well suited, then use a tool. Use a tool to help you so that it's not just going to be, something that falls through the cracks. Okay, so with that, let me just remind you, and I'm going to pop over. I'm going to stay open on Clubhouse. So if you're in the group and you're watching this live and you want to come over to Clubhouse, I will do an open Q&A and we can talk for the next 20, 30 minutes about consistency in your business and strategies and, hey, I'm doing this and it's not working. And I will give you some live coaching. So come pop over to Clubhouse if you would like. I want to make sure you guys remember, I have that boot camp coming up, Roadmap to Social Profits, in 2 weeks. So if you have not registered, the link is here on the screen on Facebook, on Clubhouse. Just click over to my bio. You can either grab it from the link at the top or scroll down to Instagram, and then you'll find it in the tap link that's over on my bio. But guys, 2021 has such huge potential. I am thrilled for what we have coming up and what we're going to do here in this community to serve you, to help you grow your businesses, which then creates that ripple effect because you are making an impact on other people. And that is really incredibly powerful. So thank you guys for being on with me here tonight on Facebook. I'm going to go ahead and end the broadcast here. Here's the link one more time if you need it. And I will stay over on Clubhouse and answer questions. So come join me over there. Thank you, Clubhouse, for waiting and being patient. And it's not a typical room where you get a lot of interaction right at the front, but I hope I provided some value. If you're watching on Facebook and I did provide you value, please let me know. Let me know what some of the key takeaways are. And I will see you over on Clubhouse and in the group. You guys have a good night. Clubhouse, I'm coming over for you.